Hello, I'm Bob with Quilters Headquarters in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and I am doing a video. This is video number 2 on the Eversewn Sparrow X. It's a single needle embroidery and sewing machine, and I did a video on how to sew with it and stuff like that. And now we're going to do a video on how to do embroidery. And so I had shown in the other video I'm putting on the single hole plate. So you want to make sure you put on the single hole plate. It has a red dot to remind you. You can use this tool here. You just unscrew these, remove the zigzag plate, and put on the single needle hole plate. Now you take the tool that comes with it, or you can use your own screwdriver. And now I'm doing this video, I'm the cameraman too, so now we're going to move it down to here. There we go. And then we'll just go from there. And so in the other video I did show threading. So if you want to get those parts, just go to the other video on the Sparrow and how to thread it and sew and stuff like that. So I'm going to take this tool and I'm going to loosen this screw right here that this foot's on. I'm going to raise my foot. It has an extra lift. So there's down, there's regular up, and then I have an extra lift. And then this is my embroidery foot. There we go. Embroidery foot. And so now we're going to go that extra lift, makes it easy. And got to unscrew this a little bit more. And you got to make sure that this part here, let's see if you can see it. Let's see here on the camera. Make sure that this is behind this. So see that? Make sure that's above this right here. And you got that up. Okay. So now we have that ready. Now what we're going to do is move this stuff out of the way. And we're going to go to our free arm. Then I'm going to snap that into place. Now it says E1 because I did this while it was on. I pull this card right here, question mark card. I pull this card. And I look up E1. Pressure foot is not raised. So I got to raise my pressure foot. So I raise my pressure foot. But guess what? I have to reboot. The E1 will stay there. Now I reboot because I fixed E1. Now I got PP. Person to person, I believe is what it means. Place to place. We can give it a name. So anyway, so that was right. But if there's something else wrong, like I had a hoop on, it'll give me another error. Now I have an error E6. So I look down, E6, the machine can be connected to the app. So that means EB E6. So you can use the app on your phone, or you can use the app on your tablet. And this is an Android tablet. You go online and you download the Eversewn Pro app. It's a free download, and it's right there. That blue bird. The bluebird of happiness. And then see, now I got my app up. Do the same thing on your phone. This plug-in here is not plugged into the sewing machine. It uses Bluetooth. It doesn't use the internet. You don't have to have internet. It just uses Bluetooth. And this is just a charging cord for my tablet. I can unplug this and go anywhere with it. So then what I want to do is we're looking at our app, and I want to hit connection. So now I hit connection. Okay, and then you're going to see this little blue light up here is blue lights flashing, and the E6 is actually EB. Okay, and so then it says find your machine. It'll tell you right here to find your machine, and then the screen has shown EB, but you need to find your machine. And so I click the screen, shows EB, so I've clicked that there, and then I hit next. Now I'm going to look for my machine, and so I'll hit this question mark, and it tells me about where to find what my machine name is. You really don't have to find it because you probably don't have another one in the house, but if you have more than two, then you want to find the exact name. And then my Wi-Fi's on, and I hit the select button, select Wi-Fi, and then it's going to look through my building. And now it has, are you seeing that all right there? And so now I just look for the EB-FN. I don't care about the other numbers because I only have one of these on. But if I had more than one of these in a room, then you would look for that number that's on back of the machine. And so then I just hit this button right here. And then it shows it right here. And then I hit connect. Now, sometimes, and we'll see on this one, sometimes it does it and sometimes it don't. It's now connected, okay? And it'll tell you you don't have any internet connection. Well, you don't need any internet connection. And so that's on. And then you go, well, what do I do at this point? Because the directions tells you that the app pops back up. And most of the time it don't. So what you do is you just go down here and hit this square. Hit the square. And there's the app. So the app's just behind it. And so then you just want to highlight your app. And now it's going to go connecting. And then it says connection successful, EB, and then I got EB with a steady blue light, and the connection is successful. So I hit connection is successful. Now I'm connected, and it says connected, and I'm in my app. I'm in the app. So again, a lot of times where you might get lost is when the app doesn't pop up, but it's just behind it, and you just hit the square. And it'll pop up, and it's the same way on your phone, and the phone does it the same way. And so now I can go to patterns, and it comes to let's make sure you got it on there. Yep, it comes to these different folders, and one of the folders is my design, so you can bring a design in. And it's easy to do it on your phone or your pad. And you can do iPad too, but you have to download the Apple one. But you just and so anyways, what you do is you hit my design, or you can go to here. These are the ones that are built in, and it scrolls. And I just go like this and scroll it. And I can go to animal, frame, motives. These are all free designs that's in it. And then you could hit all designs, which include all these folders and your folder, my design. And here I'll open up my folder. And these are the designs that I brought into it. And so these are some of the designs that I've made. I made a baby blanket with these designs here, and so I pick one, and then there's that designs up, and then it shows you the color chart. Okay, and so and it tells you how many stitches is in the entire deal and how big it is. It tells you how big it is and stuff like that. And then I can look at how many colors. I got 12 color stops, and not 12 colors, but 12 color stops. And but then this will tell me 12 stops, 12 colors. So I guess I do have 12 colors and 12 stops. And so then, see the pencil up here? That means edit. So can you see the pencil? Right there. There's a pencil. I'm going to push the pencil. That means edit. Now I'm into an edit. I got a grid. And then this down here slides. So I'm going to hold it with this hand, for my hand won't get in your way. But this slides. And so I can go in and I can change the colors, the color template. And so here's my brand list. I can change my brand list if I want. I don't really bother with it myself. I just pick the colors I want and put them in order. But anyway, let's say you're using the Hemingworth poly. Then it changes it to the Hemingworth numbers. And so, and then you go to here, it says AB. This is where you won't see it's still Madeira up here. So now I'm going to go like that. And now I'm Hemingworth. So I've got Hemingworth up here. And this is the Hemingworth palette. This is the palette, the whole palette. Not the colors that's in the design. This is the Hemingworth palette. In the numbers. And then this is the colors that's in the design. See, 13 colors on this one. Pretty cool, huh? And then you can also go to, let's see here. You can go back down here after you've changed that color. It keeps it. I can add text, and I can just hit the text, and I can add text, and I go OK. I can take the text, and if I just touch it like that, you'll see, let's see if you can see them. See the little green squares? I can flip it like this and turn it. It shows the degrees. It's cool. And then I can turn this one around. I can move it like that. I can go back to, let's see. Go back. I can move this up around. It's out of my embroidery unit. And let's see, get back to my text. Let's see here. I did something wrong, but we're okay. And I got it again. And then I can just move this like this. And like that. I can open up these 3 dots and I can copy it. I can throw it away. I can tell it to be 1 unit now instead of 2 units. Pretty cool. I can take it and I can move it around in my hoop. I can readjust it. That's what I can do with the text. I can preview it. I can hit move. Start moving everything around. Adjusting everything, and these are separate units. Let's see, I can move this around. I want to move it over to here, and then I'm going to click that, and I'm going to move this down over here. Let's say when I get done editing, I'm going to send this to my sewing machine right up here. There's a picture of a sewing machine. Can you see that? Okay, and picture of a sewing machine. And embroidery hoop didn't detect or attach. So then you say, okay, I'm going to put on my hoop. It's going to know what size, but you can tell it what size too. I can tell it what size. So I'm going to find my hoop. There's my hoop. I'm going to put my hoop on. I'm going to hit the check mark again. I'm going to hit going back to my machine again. If I made another error, it'll tell me. And it says it's transferring it to the sewing machine now. Now your book will tell you also you can turn it off and it'll remember it, and it gives you like a screwy instructions. Don't follow it. And I don't think they fixed the app yet. What you want to do is you just want to write down what color number you're on, what stop you're on. Write down the stitch, the number stitch you're on, then you can shut it off and you're all right. You can turn it back on and go right back to it. And then it says to go to my first color, which is a Hemingworth Poly number 1000 Classic Black. I hit that button there. And then what this will do is when it sews it out, it will start showing me exactly where it is on the design. And if it breaks or anything, you can stop this. You can move it forward, backwards, the needle, so you can go back 3 or 4, 5, 10 stitches, rethread it, and go. And so you're pretty well set up here. And I wanted to show you how to do that. And so I don't think I really left much out on the embroidery thing. You guys can always email me questions, and I can always answer the questions or cut individual videos. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like our channel. It really helps out a lot. Okay, thanks.